My fiance posted a video on Snapchat and forgot to turn off the sound. In the background, I heard a guy call her name. Would you ever, help him out with his needs? Chloe answered, no way. I make 7 figures. He's just a lapdog I keep around. I let out a bitter laugh and threw down the pink diamond ring I'd been holding. I texted my dad, Dad, I'll do the arranged marriage. Fire Chloe from the company. Then I called the wedding planner. Hey, for the wedding in 10 days, we need to change the bride's name. Yeah, we're switching her out. We'll go over everything when we meet. I hung up right as Chloe came out of the bathroom. Her hair was still damp, and steam was coming off her bathrobe. Usually, she took 30 minutes to shower, but today, she'd been in there a full hour. She glanced at the laptop on the table, still open, and quickly closed it. She frowned at me. Who were you talking to? I told her it was the wedding planner. Chloe visibly relaxed. She was sure I hadn't seen her chat history. If I had, knowing me, I would have blown up and made her fire Brandon like I used to. Brandon was Chloe's new assistant, hired about a year ago. Fresh out of college, young and charming. He was funny, energetic, and cute. Chloe really liked him, took him everywhere. Overtime, business trips, you name it. I'd get jealous and we'd fight about it constantly. She only agreed to marry me to shut me up. The wedding's still 10 days away. You don't need to stress about every little detail. Chloe's tone was flat. No excitement at all. She probably thought I was just calling to nag the planner about something. For 5 years, every holiday, every anniversary, I'd planned everything myself, down to the smallest detail, just to make her happy. Yeah, no need to stress now. The person I was marrying was even more detail-oriented than I was. The thought made me smile bitterly. Chloe flipped her wet hair impatiently. My hair is still soaking. Before, every time she showered, I'd patiently blow-dry her hair. But now, I didn't want to. Sorry, I've got something important to do. You'll have to dry it yourself. Chloe froze. Her voice turned sharp. What could a house husband like you possibly be busy with? Your main job is taking care of me. You said that yourself, have you forgotten? A sharp pain hit my chest. 5 years ago, I did say I'd take good care of her. But now, I didn't want to anymore. I don't want to take care of you anymore, Chloe. With that, I grabbed my jacket and walked out without looking back. When I got home, I dropped to my knees in front of my parents. Mom, Dad, I was wrong. I'll agree to the arranged marriage. Same wedding date, different bride. My parents looked shocked and immediately asked what happened. To be with Chloe, I'd cut them off and moved out 5 years ago. A few months back, when they found out I was marrying Chloe, they'd had enough. They came to me saying they'd found me a perfect match, the heiress of the Sterling Group, my childhood friend. She was better than Chloe in every possible way. I'd refused. I insisted Chloe was my true love. Turns out Chloe had slapped me in the face and crushed my heart. Son, are you sure about this arranged marriage? Shouldn't you at least meet her first? My mom helped me up, worried. No need. I trust your judgment. At least I wouldn't get my heart broken again. Late that night, Chloe called. Liam, my hair didn't dry properly and now I'm sick. Can you bring me some medicine? Her voice was soft and sweet, clearly trying to make up. After every fight, if she softened her voice, I'd always cave. But not this time. Don't you have an assistant? Just have him bring you medicine, I'm busy. Gotta go. Chloe's voice shot up. What's your problem? Why are you bringing him up out of nowhere? You're my husband, of course you should take care of me. I stayed quiet. For 5 years, Chloe had bossed me around like this. She trampled on everything I did for her, constantly giving other guys attention, and I was too stupid to see it. Blinded by love, I kept telling myself she just had a bad temper but still loved me. It wasn't until I saw her comparing me to Brandon, saying I was boring, and he was exciting that I finally got it. She only loved herself. I told you I'm busy. Figure it out yourself. I hung up. My parents looked relieved. The next morning, I went home to pack my stuff. When I opened the door, Chloe was lying on the couch, looking pitiful. You finally came back. She was pale, clutching her stomach. I sighed. She must have been really upset yesterday. She had stomach issues whenever she got emotional. Her stomach would hurt. Even though I was done, seeing her like this still got to me. I found the medicine cabinet, grabbed some cold medicine, poured a glass of water, and brought it to her. There's medicine in the cabinet. Couldn't you have gotten it yourself? She took the medicine, but before she could answer, a guy's voice called out, Chloe, should I add sugar to the porridge? Brandon walked out of the kitchen wearing an apron. The second he saw me, he stopped, then laughed. Liam, you're here? He looked like the man of the house greeting a guest. Then he caught himself. Oh, you're back, Liam. Chloe's had a fever, and her stomach's been killing her. She said you were busy, so she had to call me to bring medicine. That's when I noticed a pharmacy bag on the coffee table. I couldn't help but smile. Guess I worried for nothing again. Chloe tilted her head back, swallowed the pill, and drank the water I'd poured. Honey, your medicine always works best. Don't be mad. I waited for you all night, but you never came. This morning I felt so awful. I had to call my assistant. She leaned her head on my shoulder weakly. The second I saw you, I felt so much better. Brandon, you can head back to work now. She waved him off. After he left, Chloe took my hand. Honey, I was wrong yesterday. I shouldn't have talked to you like that. Can you forgive me? She rarely called me honey, and this was the first time she picked me over Brandon in front of him. She knew exactly how to make me feel secure, but she'd never been willing to do it. Now it was too late. I gently pulled my hand away, stood up, and said, you should rest. Don't overthink things. In the kitchen, I saw 2 sets of dishes in the sink. My heart sank. Brandon had been here since last night. Chloe had lied to me again. I pulled out my phone and checked Brandon's Snapchat from last night, still only visible to me. Boss is such a hard worker, still working overtime while sick before her wedding, brought her medicine, and a late night snack. The photo showed him throwing up a peace sign next to Chloe's sleeping face. Well, if he wanted to take my place so badly, he could have it. I went to the wedding planner's office to handle switching the bride. Since I'd overseen all the wedding arrangements and Chloe had never even shown up, it was easy to sort out. Back home, the wedding photos in the living room felt like they were burning my eyes. I took them down, along with all our photos from over the years, packed them in a box, and got ready to throw them out. A pink card fell out of an album. It said, Chloe will always love Liam. She'd written that when she confessed to me 5 years ago. Looking back on those 5 years, I realized Chloe didn't actually love me. She only loved what she loved. Her love had no respect. My clothes, my skincare, everything had to be brand brands she liked. The apartment we rented had to be decorated her way. Even our wedding home, though I oversaw the renovations, Chloe chose all the designs and furniture. I didn't actually like that French chic style, but because Chloe liked it, I forced myself to like it too. For 5 years, I compromised over and over for love, became someone I wasn't, only to be looked down on. I crumpled the card and tossed it in the trash. What are you doing? Chloe's voice came from behind me. I looked at the clock. It was already 7 in the evening, her usual time to get off work. Today, she hadn't worked overtime or had any work dinners. She'd come straight home. I was a little surprised. I closed the box, just cleaning out some trash. She looked around, noticing something was missing from the living room. Where are our wedding photos? I gave them to the wedding planner to use as a reference for the display boards, I said casually, not looking up. Oh, Chloe didn't ask more. She held up a box. Don't worry about that yet. I brought you your favorite shrimp buns. Come eat. I opened the box. Shrimp buns. When I didn't pick up my chopsticks, Chloe frowned. What's wrong? I'm allergic to shrimp. She knew that, but she'd forgotten. Chloe's face fell, guilt flashing across it. Oh God, I totally forgot. I'll go buy you something else right now. She grabbed the box and headed back out. I pulled out my phone and sure enough, there was Brandon's Snapchat post. Yay! Boss brought me my favorite shrimp king buns for my overtime dinner. There it was. It was Brandon's favorite. She just grabbed an extra one for me. Chloe came back an hour later. This time she bought my favorite crab buns. Seeing me still packing, she set down the takeout box softly. You don't have to rush. We'll move into our new place together after the wedding, and I'll help you organize then. Yeah, I just want to get rid of some useless stuff first, I said dismissively. Didn't you always say you wanted to see the northern lights in Iceland? I took a month off for our honeymoon so I can go with you. Chloe, seeing my lack of enthusiasm, offered. Before, I would have been thrilled, would have picked her up and spun her around, but now I knew we wouldn't be going together. Seeing me staring at the torn-off calendar on the table, Chloe finally frowned. When did you buy that countdown calendar? A bold red 5 was marked on it. I bought it yesterday. 5 days from now is the most important day of my life, so I'm keeping track. My tone was flat, but Chloe's eyes lit up. Oh right, 5 days from now is our wedding. You're so thoughtful. She grabbed my face and kissed me, but then her phone rang. After one glance, her expression changed. Honey, something came up at work. I need to go back for overtime. I nodded, then stood up and started carrying the box outside. I'll take out the trash. You don't need to come down, it's cold out. Chloe eagerly grabbed the box and left. All she had to do was open it and look inside to see that the trash was our wedding photos, our couple's albums, and the confession card she'd written. If she'd seen it, she would have realized I was leaving. If she'd realized, she would have come back, desperately trying to keep me. Unfortunately, she never found out. Late that night, I scrolled through Brandon's Snapchat. Suddenly got diarrhea during overtime. Good thing my boss is taking care of me. So happy. The picture showed Chloe with her sleeves rolled up, holding medicine and water. Must have been those shrimp king buns. Good thing I didn't eat any. I went out with my old friends and had a long night of drinking. Before, Chloe wouldn't let me drink and didn't like me having my own social life. Now, I was finally free. I woke up from my hangover late the next afternoon. Chloe walked in and said out of habit, I worked too late yesterday, so I just crashed at the office. She took off her coat tiredly, sniffed the air, and frowned. Where's that alcohol smell coming from? I drank too much with friends yesterday. Just crack a window. She frowned, unhappy, but after looking at my face, she said nothing. Right, she could spend all night taking care of her assistant and lie to me. What right did she have to control me? Glancing at the bold red 4 on the calendar, she seemed to remember something. Oh, by the way, your birthday's in 2 days. Do you want anything? She reminded me, and only then did I remember my birthday was coming up. No thanks. I don't want to celebrate. I echoed her own words from before. On her birthday that year, I prepared a whole table of food, waiting for her, only to be told, I'm really busy at work and I don't want to celebrate my birthday. You don't have to wait for me. Later I found out from Brandon's Snapchat that Chloe was closing her eyes and making a wish over a cake. Turns out she did not want to celebrate her birthday. She just didn't want to celebrate it with me. We'd had a huge fight that day. I yelled, asking her who she was thinking of when she made her wish. She said I was being petty, that her coworkers had forced her to celebrate and she couldn't refuse. She seemed to remember that, guilt flickering in her eyes. No way. That's your last birthday before we get married.